Oketra's Monument trigger. Ooh, Crystal Rod trigger. Yeah, we're about to gain a life. Would I like to pay 1? Yes, I would. Today on Commander Replay, we check out this Colfenor the Swampking Colors Matter deck. Can we turn our life gain into a win condition? Find out next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, next time you purchase cards, if you want to support me and my LGS, be sure to check out mothershipaTX.com and use the promo code REPLAY to save 15% on your next order. And if you can't find what you're looking for, you can use the TCG affiliate player link. All links are in the description below. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Colfenor the Swampking today, and today's deck list comes to us from Patreon supporter Frodo the Chef. Take a look at this opening hand. Yeah, don't love it. If we had a red mana, I'd probably keep on the strength of Loyal Apprentice. How much red mana is in this deck? Ooh. I'm gonna mulligan. All right, there's 3 colors of mana. I like that better. Okay. Ooh, and a Loyal Drake. Okay, yeah, we can make that work. Let's keep this one. So this is a Colfenor the Swampking deck where colors matter. This is going to be a very casual take on Colfenor for the most part. It's kind of weird. We'll flash over to the deck in a second after we take our turn here. So that brings it to our turn 1. There's an island. Let's go ahead, play a swamp, and we'll tap and pass. I'm saving the Memnite for the Oketra's trigger, so we'll just go ahead and tap that out and pass. We'll flash over to the deck real quick. So this deck, colors matter, and we're using stuff like Crystal Rod, Ivory Tower. You may remember some of these from like Alpha, Beta, Revised, all those sort of things. I think they're from Alpha. I know they're definitely in Revised because I have a bunch of them, but I think they're from Alpha. So whenever a player casts a green spell, you may pay 1. If you do, gain 1 life, and there's one of those for each color. We've got Worm's Tooth and all of the similar cards from that cycle, Angel's Feather. We've got Oketra's Monument, Kefnet's Monument, Bantu's Monument. Don't have the other monuments. You could probably add them if you wanted to. But our actual win conditions in the deck are Exquisite Blood, Sanguine Bond, Defiant Bloodlord, sort of, Archfiend, somewhat. There was an Aetherflux Reservoir in here. I added Bolas' Citadel because there's 5 cards from Ice Age, the Talisman cycle, that doesn't exist on Magic Online, so I had to fill that in with stuff. So I decided to go with Bolas' Citadel just to give us some way to close out the game, and added a couple signets for some additional ramp. The deck is very low on removal and very low on ramp, so, you know, that's going to put it into a very casual type of setting with that being the case. But I think it's really just more about wanting to use these cards like Crystal Rod and all that sort of stuff for the novelty of it. So anyway, opponent gets themselves a land tax in the hand. They did say they kept a 1-lander, so that will be helpful. Champ did get himself a Soul Ring and a Growing Rites of Itlimoc. Those are both pretty good. With that, let's play an island and get this Rakdos Signet into play. And we'll pass like that. Sylvan Library for our opponent. Keeper of Fables. Whenever 1 or more non-human creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Oh, I haven't even seen that one. There's so many green creatures that draw a card now. That one wasn't even on my radar. I accidentally lost a game the other night because I was playing my Riku deck, and I had 3 copies of Orin Frostfang and like 20 attacking creatures, and I was required to draw 51 cards from a 49-card library, and lost the game. Oops. Both opponents survived at 3 life because I miscalculated my attacks, and also the board was just completely unmanageable because I had so many things happening, but that happened. Marble Diamond for opponent. Brings it back to our turn. There's a Loyal Subordinate, actually kind of a cool card. Play the island. Let's get the Oketra's Monument into play. Play this Ornithopter. Get an Oketra's Monument trigger. We've got a 1/1 Vigilant Soldier. And let's play this Crystal Rod. Pass like that. Sylvan Library trigger for Chaotix. Goes down to 36. Cast an Idyllic Tutor. Grabs a Phyrexian Arena. Solid. Oh, I added more card draw to the deck too. Since I know we're going to be gaining a lot of life, I added Greed and Erebos as additional card draw to fill in those 5 card slots, just to give us like some impact about things we can do. And, you know, we are a combo deck, so being able to draw will help us actually find our win conditions. Keeper of Fables, sending that over to Chaotix. Rin Seri coming into play. Land tax trigger for Sean. Gets himself a land. Felidar Retreat, that's going to be a pretty good one for him. Champ says no, uses Wear Tear to blow up the Felidar Retreat. Retraction Helix. Until end of turn, target creature gains tap, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Weird. 4 mana available. I guess we cast this Loyal Drake, hope it survives. Oketra's Monument trigger. Ooh, Crystal Rod trigger. Yeah, we're about to gain a life. We are about to gain a life. Would I like to pay 1? Yes, I would. Gain that life. Make another warrior. Oh, we can attack somewhere. Let's attack Sean real quick. Poke him for 1. Mangara the Diplomat into play. Yeah, that's a good card. Avian Changeling coming in. Yeah, that's going to trigger Rin Seri. We should take a look at what our opponents are playing, by the way. First up, we have Chaotix piloting Colfenor the Last U. Got to see a little bit of this one in another game. It's kind of a weird Soul Sistery Life Matters take on Colfenor. I milled him out in that game and got to look at a decent amount of his deck, so interesting choices in there. Got to steal a couple of his spells too with Rexiel, because it was a Rexiel deck. But we'll see what happens when he's actually able to like assemble a bunch of things into play. Could be kind of interesting. Next up, we have Champion of Thune piloting Rin Seri. Whenever you cast a dog, create a cat. Whenever you cast a cat, create a dog. Pay Naya, tap it. Deal damage to any target equal to the number of dogs. Gain life equal to the number of cats. And it is companioned with Kahira the Orphan Guard. Each creature in your deck must be a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast. Those creature types get +1/+1 and vigilance when Kahira is in play. And then finally, Sean, Milk and Cheese 1, piloting Nahiri the Lithomancer. Ooh, Promise of Tomorrow coming in for Sean. Give him some protection against the board wipe, although the joke may be on him. I don't think this deck has any board wipes. Not to say no one else does, but I don't think we do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he misplayed his Promise of Tomorrow. I haven't even thought about this. If you don't have any creatures in play with Promise of Tomorrow, then it'll just die at the end step. That was an oops. He said that was not a mistake. That was a protest. He was not happy with Champ shooting his Felidar retreat. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Play a Swamp. Let's get Solkanar the Swamp King. No mana left over, though. We won't be able to gain that extra life. We will get a Soldier token, though, and that's kind of cool. We draw an Arcane Signet. Could be helpful. Don't really have great attacks into the players that I want to be attacking. We could attack Sean, but he's feeling pretty behind right now, so we'll just leave him be. We'll pass like that. Sylvan Library trigger for Chaotix. Oh, you know, this might be part of a combo. There might be some combo with the Talismans out of Ice Age. That could make this make a little bit more sense, but I'm not sure. It's not a combo that I've seen, so I'm just taking a stab in the dark. That's my guess. If anyone has ever seen a combo with Retraction Helix, let me know. Disciple of the Vault coming in. That's a scary card. That didn't get banned from Standard at all. Demon's Disciple coming in. Each player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. Ha! We've got soldier tokens galore. Warriors? Soldiers? They're warriors. Champ's going to second harvest, make a bunch of token copies. Chaotix sacrifices his Disciple of the Vault. We will sacrifice a warrior. Regal Caracal coming in. Yep. Gets a dog. Going to make 2 cats with lifelink. Gives all cats lifelink. So potentially a lot of lifelinking going to happen over there. Oh, that's a Beastmaster Ascension. That's going to be a problem. That's a doubling season. Well, at least that came down. Oh. Well, that's going to be bad with the Beastmaster Ascension, but... Alright, I guess we're going to find out who's going to survive. We fortunately have a couple chump blockers in play, but potentially a lot of damage about to happen right here. The thing that we can do, like, next turn is use Retraction Helix to bounce the Beastmaster Ascension, which will probably be a good idea, but that's only a temporary solution. That is not a long-term plan. How many Beastmaster triggers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Well, they're all going to get doubled, so... Yep. Beastmaster Ascension will be active. Is going to be some damage. Thankfully, he spread the damage out. How many are coming our way? We've got... Looks like just 1 coming our way, and it's in the air. Would I just take that? I might just take that. We can cash in an Ornithopter? I'll just take it. I'm not aware of Ornithopter being in any combos in this deck. Land tax trigger for Sean. That's going to be a single combat. Ooh. So that's going to blow up a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to keep the Loyal Drake because I want the card draw. Solkanar we can get back. The other things aren't terribly important. Apparently there's also a combo with Alter Reality and Isochron Scepter in the deck. I brought the deck web page up on the side here. So Solkanar back to the command zone. We are going to need some mana to get to that. Land wouldn't be the worst thing to draw. We could be back to it in 2 turns. Mana Rock is fine. So I guess we play the Mana Rock. Chaotix went down to 1 in all of that. Just noticed that. Let's play the Arcane Signet. Champ's up to 82 because those all had lifelink. Chaotix will get to draw a card. Is it worth poking Champ for 2? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, I guess we can leave up Retraction Helix if that's a thing that needs to happen. But Sylvan Library draw trigger. Phyrexian Arena. Careful with that. Definitely want to attack someone with the Mangara. KO going to swing into... KO has worked himself into a predicament in that he has a Mangara up. In that he is at 1 life with the Phyrexian Arena in play. So once he has like instant speed life gain, Champ may attack him. He's got a 9/10. Let's see if he blocks with a Mangara. It's a Song of the World Soul. Whenever you cast a spell, populate. That seems really good in that deck. Gonna send the big creature over to Sean. Sean down to 13. Champ draws a card. Sean plays a Dismantling Wave. Gonna hit our Crystal Rod, Beastmaster Ascension, and the Phyrexian Arena. Prevents Chaotix from dying to himself. That's cool. Our Crystal Rod goes down. Oh, there's an Intruder Alarm. Nice. I gotta add this to my Tap Creature Tribal deck. That deck isn't really so casual anymore. It's now at a point where I just need to go all the way with it. So, Intruder Alarm. Yeah. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, maybe something with like Intruder Alarm, Retraction Helix, Ornithopter. That feels like the beginnings of a combo. Casting our commander is what we're doing, I think. Yeah, bring back Sulcanar. We'll get an Oketcher's Monument trigger. Get ourselves a 1/1. Loyal Drake trigger. We get to draw a card. Nice. Ooh, Alter Reality, you say. We'll swing into Champ with the 2/2 flyer. There's still a problem of Doubling Season and Song of the World Soul. Sylvan Library trigger for Chaotix. Centaur Peacemaker coming into play. Each player will gain 4 life. Very nice. He goes up to 5. We're up to 39. And Sean is at 17. Ooh, he's getting a Blood for Bones. We gain a life off Sulcanar. Brings back the Centaur Peacemaker. Yeah. Getting that life gain. And gets to put one other creature into his hand. I think it was the Sacrifice a Creature that he had earlier. We're up to 44 on all of that. Love it. He's back up to 9. Sending the 4/5 over to Sean. You know, I've never cast Alter Reality on Magic Online, and I have some real concerns about how this card may work. See how that goes. Rin Seri coming back to play. Populates, but no tokens. Imposter of the 6 Pride. It's a changeling. Oh, stacked his things wrong. KO gets to draw a card. Messed up the populate ordering. Still gets 2, though. Yeah, he's rebuilding. Pretty quickly. Prowling Serpapod into play. Now he's got the hang of it. Gets 2 tokens. Now gonna populate. It'll be 2 more tokens. Another board wipe will be required. I guess we can change the color on Sulcanar. Like green might be a good idea. White might not be a terrible idea, although I don't know how much longer Sean's gonna be in the game. If he doesn't wipe the board right here or get some sort of protection into play, he may get overrun by cats and dogs. Oh! That's an Ondu inversion. Destroy all non-land permanents. They are destroyed. It turns out we've only made 4 land drops up to this point. That's really bad for us. Back to the command zone. 38 lands in the deck. We've somehow just missed all of them. We've even drawn a few extra cards, too. Like, it's not like we haven't been drawing cards. I think we got maybe 2 or 3 extras on Loyal Drake. Well, there's a Paradise Plume. It's something. We can choose a color. Whenever a player casts, we gain 1 life. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. We don't have red, so I think it has to be red, which is unfortunate because no one's playing red. Maybe we can change it later with the Alter Reality if we need to, but Colfenor back to play. Yep, I'm jealous. 3 visits. Rin Seri back to play. We gain a life. It's a red card. Getting there. You know, the worst part is that, like, some point in this game, we're going to hit that pocket of lands, and it's going to be terrible. Speaking of terrible, there's an Avacyn Angel of Hope. That one's pretty hard to deal with. Brings back to our turn. There's a Dragon's Claw. There's not that much red at the table. Disappointing. Play the Dragon's Claw. Play this Loyal Subordinate. And we'll pass like that. Phyrexian Altar. I mean, if nothing else comes up, maybe we use the Alter Reality on the Dragon's Claw. Naming white, because a lot of white at the table. Cultivate. Or green. White or green. Pretty jealous about that Cultivate, though. If I had a way to cast it, I would. Demon's Disciple. Well, looks like we're going to lose our Loyal Subordinate. That'll get rid of the Avacyn, though. Cleans up that problem. But now there's a Colfenor with a sack outlet in play, which means KO can start getting stuff back. Seems pretty good. Yep, there's a Colfenor trigger. Can't tell. Maybe he didn't have a legal target. I don't know. No cards, no legal targets, I think. So Colfenor into Champ. Yep. Leonin War Leader into play. That's a pretty good one. Pretty good cat. Valiant Changeling. Oh, we're missing all these white spells. We could be gaining so much life with this Dragon's Claw. Oh, disappointed. Disappointed. Oh, Amaria's active. Gonna bring back that Avacyn. No big deal. Pearl Medallion into play. Silverblade Paladin into play. No, everyone's casting all their white cards. Soul Bond. Oh god, that's so much damage. That can probably end this game. Elspeth Tyrell into play. Also a good one. Agitator Ant. That's fun. At the beginning of each end step, 2 counters on a thing. Goad each creature that had counters put on it. We could mix up the board. We could stir the board up a little bit with that, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so let's get the Agitator Ant. Paradise Plume, Dragon's Claw gonna trigger. Yeah, look at us gaining that life. Let's try Alter Reality on this Dragon's Claw right here. See how this works. See if it even works on Magic Online. Choose a color. Let's choose white. Oh no. Oh no, I think we messed it up. Oh no. Can we undo? Oh, we can. Whew. Okay. Change the text of target spell or permanent by replacing all instances of one color word with another. Choose a color. So I think to change color word red, to change all occurrences of the word red to white. There it goes. I think we did it. I think it worked. I don't know. Put 2 counters on a creature we control? I guess. It'll be goated. Colfenor going on the attack into Champion of Thune. Gets in for 5. Puts him at 8 commander. Not terrible. There's a conspiracy. Oh, is this what his deck is trying to do? Chosen type is cleric. Oh, I think he did say it was a cleric's deck. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense now. It's Colfenor clerics. I'm on board. I see what's happening. Feline Sovereign into play. They'll get to scry 1 off of Path of Ancestry. Oh, we missed so many white spells last turn. I'm so disappointed. Luckily, Sean's on mono white, so if he casts anything at all, and he's got cost reduction, so hopefully he will. Gaining that life. 4-4 coming our way. Protection from dogs. 5-5 coming our way. Protection from dogs. Gonna make some 1-1s tapped and attacking. I don't know what we did to deserve this. 2-2s into Chaotix. Chaotix is gonna play Vizier of Deferment, Flash. We get to gain a life. Yeah. You may exile target creature if it attacked or blocked this turn. Turn it at the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. See what he goes for. Just go for a token, or does he go for something bigger? Just gonna hit a token. Sure. We could trade. I don't know. I don't really feel like trading. I guess. Oh no! The Feline Sovereign's gonna destroy our Dragon Claw. Oh, what does that say? I probably should have read it. Whenever 1 or more cats you control deal damage to a player, destroy an artifact or enchantment that player controls. Oh, well that sucks. Down it goes. We didn't even get to gain that much life. Now I'm annoyed. Nahiri the Lithomancer into play. Yep. Colossus Hammer. Hard to... is Elspeth? No. Oh, Nahiri's in play. Yeah, okay, so they can equip it. Avacyn about to be really deadly. Although it will lose flying, and that's kind of a thing. There's a Gideon Blackblade. Oh, all the life we could be gaining. So sad. There's a Hushbringer. Gains life with the Elspeth. Back up to 25. Reasonably healthy from how low they were. Sends in the Avacyn. It's a 10-10 with double strike. He's going to feel this. Even from 80 life, that puts him down to 60, which is still really good. But if Avacyn doesn't get dealt with, Avacyn with double strike can chew through 60 life. Sure, it might take a minute, but with the Colossus Hammer in play, that'll be 20 with double strike, and that's a lot. That'll really make some life go away. There's a Bloodstone cameo. Yeah, I guess we play that. End step Agitator Ant trigger. Sure, we'll put some counters on our thing. Make it a little bit bigger. See who else wants some. Eternal Witness for Chaotix. This is going to be pretty good for him, I think. Eternal Witness late in a game often wins games. He's not necessarily in a position to win right now. He's not super well set up. I don't know what he's got going with this altar and the conspiracy. This all seems like a combo. So if there's a combo that he can find, then he might be able to win from that position, but we'll see. We'll see. Cracks Myriad Landscape. Oh, there's a Hushbringer in play, which apparently shuts off his combo. I guess that's a thing. Whatever he's trying... Oh, right. No Eternal Witness trigger. Yep. Okay. That is the type of thing that you will misplay into, and you will misplay into repeatedly. I've done it. I've watched many other people do it. It's just so awkward to, like... You see the creature, you get so excited to cast it, and you just completely forget that Hushbringer or Torpor Orb are in play, and you'll repeatedly make that mistake. It's just tough. I don't know. There's just like some mental block that I get it, other people get it, and hard to play around that one. You walk right into the trap, even though you can see it. Fleecemane Lion coming into play. Yep. Gonna make it monstrous. Gonna send a 6/6 over to Chaotix. I'd probably chump block right here. Try to keep all that stuff alive. Yeah, he's going to throw the Eternal Witness in front. The dice triggers will shut off Colfenor also. Hushbringer, so good. Love Hushbringer. Requiem Angel for opponent. Cool card. One you don't get to see all the time. Although, Hushbringer does shut it off. Gains life with the Elspeth. Gideon going to give an ability to Avacyn. I would guess the lifelink. It is indeed lifelink. Avacyn into Champ and this Core Soldier into Chaotix. He's going to Teferi's Protect. Sure. Oh, a Johnny Strength of the Pride, you say? And they happen to have 55 life. Seems like they measured that out perfectly. Although Chaotix is phased out. Yep, goes with that a Johnny trigger. Exiles all non-land permanents. Opponent's control. Chaotix luckily phased out as we mentioned, but me and Champ getting wrecked. There's a Demon's Horn. I guess we play a Demon's Horn. And we pass like that. There's a Ramonop Excavator. Demon's Disciple, we gain a life. Winning. Each opponent will sacrifice a creature. Actually, no, there's a Hushbringer in play. It won't do anything. Colfenor into Sean. That might be Chaotix just giving up the ghost. Everything's indestructible, and this one's huge. Yeah, he's out of cards. Can't really do anything. Blocks with a 1/1. Looks like Chaotix sacrificing all of his stuff, tapping out and passing. Just waiting for death, I think. Oh no, recast as Colfenor. Interesting. What is the strategy there? I don't know. We gain a life. Yeah, I'm not really sure what is. Maybe just amusing himself, because none of us can really do anything at this point. We're all out of cards, and Sean just has a board state that is slowly inching its way toward killing us. And this is one of the problems with Nahiri. Like, I think Nahiri is a cool card, but it's just so painfully slow. It's turn 13, and they still need, like, what, 3 more turns to ultimate that thing? Unless they hit a Truth and Justice along the way or something. Champ drops a land, passes, yeah. Everyone just waiting for it. Ooh, Jazal Goldmane, that should hopefully speed the process up. Plus is Nahiri. I do think it's impressive in 13 turns we've only run into 4 lands in a 38 land deck. That is actually, that's something. That's hard to do. Normally at some point you just run into that pocket of lands. Like, we haven't hit it. Have not hit it. He jumped the gun on the Jazal trigger, so that's by activating it during his main phase. I think we're safe to scoop right here. It's just a matter of him cleaning it up, so I'm just going to step out so that this game can end. KO goes down. Cryptolith right. And Champ scoops it right there. Yep, Sean taking it down. So, mass board wipes getting to us. This deck not at all prepared for lots and lots of board wipes. So, Frodo has sent me some decks in the past, and I think he just plays in a different meta than like what we normally play on the channel. My assumption is that it's very casual, very chill, in order for something like this to work. Because essentially what you're looking at a deck with some cards that are like pretty hard to really take advantage of, especially like this cycle right here, and then a bunch of combos, but not a lot of ways to get into those combos. So it's sort of reminiscent of like EDH from a very long time ago, like casual EDH from 8 years ago or something like that. And that's totally cool. But in today's modern EDH landscape, a lot of this stuff just doesn't play the same way that it used to when, you know, games are much faster, cards are much stronger. Everything needs to be impactful all the time is kind of what happens in modern EDH now. And when you have cards that just don't do that much, then you saw us in that game. We got very stuck and we just couldn't do very much. And, you know, sure, there's a lot to say about the format getting stronger. And like when you lose on turn 6, it's not always the most fun. But the other thing too is that with the format getting stronger, when you run strong cards, you're able to impact the game every turn. So you never feel like you're just out of it. In this game, like, after I think the first board wipe, I knew that we just didn't really have a chance to get back into it. Once all of our artifacts went down, I'm like, well, that's pretty much that. So, and that's not the best feeling. So, as much as there are some downsides to the format getting stronger, the fact that if you run all of those strong cards, you can be impactful every turn of the game, even if you're behind, is still a cool thing. So, all that aside, I'm not sure if the goal of this deck is to make this deck better. If the goal for this deck is to just be what it is, that's totally cool. But if Frodo's goal is to make the deck better, then here's some advice on how I would do that. First, I would cut this cycle of cards because it's never going to be worth using that mana to gain 1 life. A single life isn't really worth a single mana. That's just not a great exchange, especially like at any point early in the game. On turn 12, if you have extra mana lying around, maybe. But, you know, through most parts of the game, your mana is better served doing other stuff. So I would definitely remove those. Now, if you want to keep like Angel's Feather and that cycle where you don't have to spend mana to get the life gain, that's okay with me. You know, that'll still give you some of that like colors matter. I can mess around with some of these jankier cards and have a good time with them, but the whole deck doesn't need to be around them. And so after that, generally what you see from Solkanar, you'll see some sort of like control deck. And so you'll probably want like 12 to 15 removal spells, a lot of spot removal, and you'll want most of those to have black in their mana costs so that you're gaining a lot of life whenever you're doing that. That's going to be pretty standard. You're going to want a lot more ramp. The ramp in this deck was pretty light. I added a bunch of cards in, a couple signets and things like that. Again, you want to get to like probably 12 pieces or so, and that'll help you, especially if you want to get to the big stuff. Like we had Archfiend in our hand all game, never was able to cast it, so definitely having more ramp is going to be a good idea. At the end of the day, also, this is a combo deck, and depending on how fast and how consistent you want to make it, card draw and tutors are the way that you make a combo deck stronger. I added Erebos and Greed, cards that would have been helpful somewhere in the game for us to at least, like, we could have made more land plays. Like, we ended the game with 4 lands on turn 13, which is impressive, honestly. Like, I'm honestly blown away that, like, we didn't draw more lands than that at any point, so. But yeah, if you're trying to make it a stronger combo deck, then more draw, more tutors, things that are going to find your win conditions. I would pare down the combos a little bit too. Like, I see some stuff going on with Intruder Alarm, Alter Reality, whatever this Retraction Helix is for. I would probably cut that combo and just go with the stronger ones like Sanguine Bond, Exquisite Blood. I added Bolus's Citadel to complement Aetherflux Reservoir. Those are probably going to be your best win conditions for this style of deck. Archfiend of Despair is fine too. There's some other things you could do too. You could do like a Polluted Bonds is really good for like life drain. If you wanted to get really janky with it, and you are all about this, like, they cast a spell, you gain life. If you add Possibility Storm to the deck, whenever they cast a spell, they'll cast a second spell. So it increases the number of spells that they actually cast. If you're really looking to play up that theme, so that's something you could do. If I were doing that, I would also add a Spell Shock and probably Scab Clan Berserker, just to make it painful, because that's a thing that I would do. And I would probably go about things that way. But anyway, yeah, that's just a couple things you can do with the deck. If the goal is to make it stronger, then more removal spells, lots of them containing black, a little bit more card draw, definitely more tutors for the combos. I would get rid of the Throne of Bones cycle of cards. I would also get rid of the Ice Age Talisman. I don't think they're part of any combo, and I don't think it's ever going to be worth using the mana on those, so I would get rid of those. I'd probably ham up the Monument cycle a little bit more, because that's free value right there. Even Hazards, just to loot away some stuff you don't care about, is good. The green one gives you Trample. Trample's not awful. You make Solkanar a big trample-y thing. You can do some damage that way. So I'd probably ramp that up a little bit. The land base definitely needs spicing up. Get yourself some multicolor lands. Get yourself some utility lands. Wouldn't say no to like a War Room, Bonder's Enclave, that sort of stuff. Get some card draw lands in there, Makokoro, any of those type of things. But anyway, yeah, that's the main stuff that I would do to make this deck better if the goal is making this deck better. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below.